99.7 FM. Joy 99.7 FM.
Oh, welcome aboard. My turn to burn. Name is Nortey by nature. Program is Ultimate Health. Your ultimate guide to healthy living. Listen every Sunday 2:05. Indeed, we are live. There's an old school pop chain coming up. So we'll talk about that. It's hooked to breast cancer anyway. And then we'll get into breast cancer treatment. Today we're looking at radiotherapy. So here's to all of you, my listeners. Mentioned the Pop Chain Records Night 2023 is coming up on Saturday the 28th of October in partnership with the Rotary Club of Accra Airport at the Gold Coast Restaurant. I'll be speaking with Dr. Ben Hagan, immediate past president of the Rotary Club Accra. And our Pop Chain Records Night 2023 is coming on this Saturday 28th at the Gold Coast Restaurant. On the line via Zoom, I have Dr. Ben Hagan. He's the immediate past president of the Rotary Club of Accra Airport. Doc, you're welcome.
Thank you. Nortey, how are you?
I'm great. And let me salute you as a senior MOBA. President of MOBA 1968. I'm a wee MOBA 1981, but so great to have you this afternoon.
Good.
Right. Let's get into it with the old school in the background. We're doing this in partnership and collaboration with you, the Rotary Club, Gold Coast Restaurant and Cocktail Bar, the Millennium Promise Alliance, Cancer Support Network Foundation, and the Lady Pharmacists Association. So what's the deal for this fundraising event?
Yes. As you've rightly introduced, we are raising this funds so that we can continue with our community outreach on breast cancer awareness, and also follow up with those patients who need some additional Medicare.
Right.
We did a similar fundraising music concert last year, and we used those funds to go to Jumaku Enyan, a Siam district in the central region, screened over 700 women. And we have at hand right now 10 ladies that we need to follow up.
Right.
With mammography and the follow-up Medicare.
Okay.
So we're just continuing with what we have already started.
Right.
We're going to work on raising funds and doing breast cancer awareness and screening for the next 5 years.
Okay.
With Joy FM
right.
and other partners.
Right. So this is the 2022 to 2026 Joint Breast Cancer Project.
Yes.
Right. And the key partners, again, just let's underscore that.
Yeah. So Rotary Club of Accra Airport is partnering with Joy FM and also Gold Coast Restaurant and Cocktail Bar. And other partners are, as you said, Cancer Support Network Foundation, Millennium Promise Alliance, and then Lady Pharmacists of Ghana, LAPAG.
Right.
We have traditional sponsors who have been always working with us since 2015. Can you imagine? David Walter Ghana Limited, Trinity Oil, and GKB Investments, the manufacturers of Ava Virgin Coconut Oil.
All right. Great stuff. Now, for most of my listeners, right, I started with a little intro into old school. There's so much old school out there. But you've assembled a list, or should I say, a DJ's, contest across different generations, representing the schools, etc. I see Lexis Bill there, right, representing Presec. Yes. I see our own Kwabotre Bile, representing Infanspim. I see Siwa Doreen Andor, representing St. Roses and Holy Child, and then Andy Dusty, representing Prempe. This is all going down at the Gold Coast on Saturday.
Yes, the battle of old school DJs. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Right. So what should we expect, and then how much does it cost to take part in this? A
ticket goes for only 150 Ghana cedis.
Right.
And you can get it physical tickets from the front desk of Joy FM and also from Gold Coast Restaurant. You can also get it electronically with our short code *714 *003 *1#. And I go over it again.
Yep.
*714 *003 *1#. And you can also donate directly from your mobile phone towards our cause with the same short code.
Right. Great stuff. So by paying $150 to have fun, enjoy all your oldies with all your old school mates and all that, this money will go towards the Joint Breast Cancer Project.
That's what it is, yes.
Okay. Well, right. Great. So, Dr. Ben Hagan, what would you want to leave our listeners with as we part with you and look forward to this Saturday's jam? For many people, when they hear Pop Che, they're not too sure. We shifted now. The focus has shifted this time from the live band music now to the battle of the DJs. What should they expect on Saturday?
Yes, and this change of format is a direct reaction to what our patrons have been asking for.
Okay.
They come and have fun, uninterrupted music, and this time the format that they've requested for is coming from music coming from old school DJs
Right.
playing R&B, high life, and music of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Having fun, but at the same time helping to raise funds for this great cause, very, very important cause
Right.
of raising awareness of breast cancer and the follow-up Medicare.
Right. So everybody should, make a date on Saturday. Gates open at 5. The event itself sets off at 7. And as we used to say in the day, Doc, is it TDB?
Joy.
Until the last
99.7
person is
FM.
tired and walks out of the gate of locals.
Right. Until the last person is tired and walks out of Gold Coast. So you just heard speaking there, Dr. Ben Hagan, immediate past president of the Rotary Club, Accra Airport, partnering with Joy FM, Gold Coast Restaurant and Cocktail Bar, and many other partners. I'll repeat that as we go through the program. We're still going to be talking about radiotherapy with Dr. Nadoko Aite. She's a senior specialist, clinical oncologist. We're looking at radiotherapy. All your questions, we'll take them on board. Many thanks again, Dr. Hagan.
And thank you very much
Right.
for allowing us to reach our patrons. Thanks.
Great stuff. Yeah, we'll do that and we'll be with you on Saturday. Last week we did a lot on chemotherapy, more systemic, dealing with cancer cells. In a systemic way. Today we're talking about radiotherapy, and I have on Zoom or via Zoom Dr. Nadoko Aite. She's a senior specialist clinical oncologist with the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. At the moment, she's out, should I say on duty, or on business in Madrid, but she's kindly joined us via Zoom. Doc, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Nortey.
Hi, how are you doing?
How are you? I'm great, thank you very much. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, though. I'm trying to play some old school. There's an effort to, raise funds towards breast cancer screening awareness and some, should I say, initial treatment for some very, very lucky women in Ghana. So,
Always a good cause.
right. And you yourself, I know, are planning something with regard to prostate cancer. But when you get back from Madrid, then we'll talk about that as well.
Yes, we'll be happy to talk to you about it.
Okay.
It's about time we spoke to the men as well.
Right. We understand. We're ready for you. But the topic for today, we're looking at radiotherapy with regard to breast cancer treatment. It's one of the known treatment modalities. Can you, bring us up to speed? When we say radiotherapy, what exactly do we mean?
All right, so, radiation, much like light waves or radio waves, uses high energy to kill cancer cells, basically. So, in the electromagnetic spectrum, there are some waves that have high energy. And what we do with radiotherapy is that we direct those waves to the area where the cancer cells are likely to be. even after you've done surgery, you've done chemotherapy, there still might be some cancer cells that our eyes may not be able to see.
Right.
And that's what radiation does. You direct the radiation to that site to kill the cancer cells there.
Okay.
But also the interesting thing is that not only do the cancer cells there die, there's also a lot of evidence that shows that cancer cells outside of that space can also die.
Right.
So even though the treatment is local, there's death in the rest of the body as well, cancer cells.
Okay. Right. Now, for many people, they are concerned when they hear about radiotherapy is about untoward outcomes or side effects and so on. We'll get to that in a second. But what you're telling us is that we're targeting radio waves at cancer cells. How are we able to target? Because that will lead us also to the mode of, should I say, practice or the strategies or the types of radiotherapy. But how are we able to do this? How is this done?
Okay, so we are not using radio waves. No, we are using radiation.
Radiation, sorry.
Mainly gamma rays. Yes. Radio waves they don't have enough energy.
Okay.
So we're using gamma rays, X-rays, basically. Yes. And so there are various ways in which we deliver radiotherapy. There's the common one called external beam radiotherapy.
Right.
In this type of radiotherapy, the patient lies away from the radiotherapy machine. So the radiation is delivered by a machine.
Right.
And the patient is positioned away from the machine. And what we do is that we direct the rays to the site.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's delivered. So that's external beam radiotherapy. And we can give this to the whole breast.
Right.
If you've done surgery to remove just the breast cancer, or we can use that for when you've done an operation to remove all of the breast because the cancer may be more advanced.
Okay.
So that's one type, external beam radiotherapy. But you can also have what we call internal radiotherapy, also known as brachytherapy,
Right.
where you actually insert some equipment into the breast, and then the radiation is delivered over a period,
Okay.
usually about 5 or 10 days. Unlike the external beam, that can go on for longer, it can be up to 5 weeks.
Right.
But the brachytherapy is shorter, and the radiation is actually in contact with the site where you are doing the treatment.
Okay. Right. Now, for most of my listeners, the first thing they'll ask listening to you, Dr. Aite, is are these available in Ghana as we speak? Okay, the external beam, you say, is the more common, more familiar one. And then, of course, the internal radiation or brachytherapy. Are these, should I say, methods and treatment modalities all available in Ghana?
They are all available in Ghana.
Okay. And
they are available in Accra, they are available in Kumasi. We like to say they are available in all the regions, but we are not there yet. We hope to get there very soon.
right.
But yes, you certainly have it in Ghana.
Okay. Now, also, my reading and viewing suggests to me that it's a most likely form of treatment or intervention in breast cancer, even though you may have some of the others, hormonal, chemical, chemotherapy, and others. Can you explain that to us? It seems to suggest that even though you may have undergone some of the other modalities, some say or suggest that radiotherapy is becoming or is the standard when it comes to breast cancer treatment.
Yes. So, Nortey, I'm sure in your previous discussions, you've talked about the fact that breast cancer is a systemic disease.
Right.
So even though breast cancer affects the breast, there's evidence that the disease can be elsewhere in your body. It's the reason why just removing the lump is not enough, right? So we give chemotherapy as well.
Right.
Now, radiotherapy is an additional treatment for all of these